Allan, a 6-1 victory this afternoon here at Brechin. Good way to start the week campaign.
It's always a hard place to come. They made it difficult for us in certain parts of the game, but I think maybe our quality shone through in the end.
You started the game a little bit slow. Brechin seemed to be on top, but that goal just seemed to settle the team down, and they went on to score another 4 good goals.
It was difficult. Obviously the park was a wee bit dry as well, so it was difficult to pass the ball, and they get the ball really forward quickly. It made it really difficult for us, but we handled it for the majority of the game, and we scored 6 really good goals.
You saw the goals. They were kind of like carbon copies of the other ones, like Faisal's header to make it 4-0. It was just like, you could see it's been worked on in the training ground, and the players are really starting to gel and come together.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, I don't think we hit the highs of what we have been in recent weeks. I don't think we passed the ball as well as what we can. We're a wee bit disappointed not getting a clean sheet, because that's going to be important to us this season as well, but there's a lot of positives when you score 6 goals.
Callum Fordyce came off at half-time for Jason Talbot. Was that an injury?
Yeah, the boy landed on him, so it was just precaution more than anything, to be honest with you. He's been outstanding since the start of the season, so it was good to get Jason on for a bit of game time as well.
You could bring on players like Ryan Wallace and Josh Falke. You managed to bring Ryan Wallace on into midfield before moving him up front. You've got versatility, you've got options on the bench, and you're still saying you want to bring in a couple more, so you've got depth in the squad there, despite it being maybe a little bit low numbers. The quality is there to help you if there's a player out.
It's not just quality, the attitude. I thought it was fantastic. You see guys like Ryan Wallace coming on, he was disappointed, obviously not starting. Done really well when he came on. He was closing people down, he was working hard off the ball, obviously scores a fantastic goal. And then Josh as well. I think the last goal was a great wee bit of movement, and just delighted for him to get a goal.
We didn't see James Thomas on the bench today. He was replaced by Jason Talbot, but it must be good to see the youngsters coming through and being a part of the match day squad, even if they're not on the bench, and they would have learned a lot from the match against Kilmarnock during the week, so it's a lot of positives still for the youngsters coming through.
Yeah, and you look at the first team, you've got guys like Ryan Williamson, Lewis Martin, Sean Burns, so they're all young players all coming through and playing, and you can see the quality and the experience we've got beside them, guys like Joe Cardle, Michael Payton, so it's important that they have good standards week in, week out, whether it's in training or in games. That's the only way they'll improve.
Cowdenbeath at home next week. You got a good crowd and a good result last weekend. Do you expect the fans to be even more up for it this week after a little bit more expectation after today's game?
I'm sure they will. I'm sure they'll turn out in their numbers. It was fantastic support again today, and to be honest with you, I think we didn't hit the highs. I think that's what I said earlier. We never passed the ball as well as what we could, especially second half. But I'm sure they'll be pleased overall seeing 6 goals.
And last week, obviously playing against Cowdenbeath, it's gave you a little bit of an insight on to their players and how they play, so that gives you an advantage, but also the disadvantages they've now seen and played against you, so they'll maybe be able to combat some of your more attacking players. I'm
sure they'll be well fired up after the last result as well. I think it was a competitive game, the last game, and hopefully we can produce a similar sort of result.
Thanks, Allan.
Cheers.